The 5 highest grossing movies of all time. Number 1. Avengers Endgame at $858.4 million including re-releases. The journey that began in 2008 with Iron Man was coming to an end, at least for some of the characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Opening weekend for Avengers Endgame in April 2019 surpassed Infinity War's year-long record by nearly $100 million. In just 8 days, the film had grossed $500 million domestically. On day 10, it was over $621 million. Number 2. Avatar at $760.5 million including re-releases. The world had to wait some 12 years for James Cameron to follow up the biggest film of all time with what would become the new biggest film of all time. Nobody believed he was going to surpass Titanic. Avatar held the high record for 5 years and 11 months and went on to become the only film ever to earn $2 billion outside of the US and Canada, making it the world's highest grosser at the time. It held on to its impressive global record for nearly 10 years, until Avengers Endgame. Number 3. Titanic at $659.4 million including re-releases. James Cameron makes expensive movies. The Abyss, Terminator 2 and True Lies were all the most expensive movies of their time upon release. After 15 straight weeks at number 1, 14 Oscar nominations and 11 statuettes, Titanic, its stars and its song were ingrained in the hearts and tear ducts of the world, and the movie would hold the all-time box office record for 12 years, until Cameron would eclipse himself once again with Avatar. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, at $936.7 million, 12 years after the completion of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. Fans were so ready for a new adventure that they gave the film the highest opening weekend in history at $247.9 million. In just under 3 weeks, The Force Awakens became the all-time domestic champion, passing Avatar and joining the $2 billion club within 54 days. It still remains the highest grossing domestic release of all time. Number 5. Avengers Infinity War at $678.8 million. Just shy of 10 years since it began, the Marvel Cinematic Universe gathered nearly every one of its characters for a galaxy-wide showdown with the series' big bad Thanos. The film bested The Force Awakens' 3-day opening weekend record with $257.6 million and hit the $2 billion mark in 48 days.